Well, for more on this, let's turn to Deepwater Asset Management's Gene Munster. Gene, I guess one question that comes to my mind is, what took them so long? I mean, AI engines like ChatGPT or Bard have been aggregating content from all kinds of sources, the New York Times, Time Magazine, National Geographic, wherever, for as long as there's been AI. Why does it take them so long?
Well, maybe there was a little push from Elon Musk on November 29th at the DealBook Summit. This was his famous interview where he really took aims at a lot of people, and he also took aim at these foundation models that were training on copyrighted data. When the topic came up, he said that it's a lie that the foundation models are not training on copyright data. So he's saying that they are. And then he later, I think, reiterated 3 times, it's a lie, it's a big fat lie, it's a straight lie, and classic Elon Musk. So maybe they were emboldened by those comments from Musk, but this is long overdue. And Tyler, just to set up what's really at stake here is this dynamic around fair use. And so
that's what I was going to ask you. When does copyright material that has been in the, quote, public domain or been out there for a while fall under the fair use doctrine, which enables republishers to republish?
So this is a topic that I suspect will find its way to the Supreme Court because it's a big deal. AI is a big deal, and how they train on that is important. And so right now, fair use is something that is by a reasonable person's standard, something that is out and readily available. And the way I think about it is the article is written in the New York Times. That article is circulated around different professional and user-generated people, whether that's through Twitter and X or other news outlets, content on YouTube, give their own spin on it, and that becomes part of fair use. And so that's this dynamic that it's just really hard. It's like trying to adjudicate what is truth. I mean, there's all these gray areas. And so unfortunately, this fair use topic is at the center. And it's fun to look at. I would recommend anybody go and use ChatGPT today, ask it questions about the New York Times and the content, and it's then quick to hold its tongue and say you have to revisit the New York Times. So they made a quick correction there. But that is exactly it. And that's why this isn't going to get resolved anytime soon.
We're going to spend most of the next hour discussing what is truth, basically, right? I mean, just do that philosophically. But I know Steve has a question for you.
My wife always asks me that, too. That's a big topic in my house. So, Gene, when you look at this, what we've done a great deal of this year is trying to figure out what the worth is for some of these companies in the AI department. So now we have Microsoft, where you could see some licensing fees. The fees will go up, so the AI the value of that might go down. When I look at a company like NVIDIA, how far downstream do we get now when we talk about the chips and how the AI is actually programmed? But when I switch gears, a company that you know very well, Tesla's AI might be more valuable than Microsoft's AI because there's not a lot of copyright that would go to it.
Indeed, I think that is probably the biggest takeaway here is, which companies are going to be best positioned from this. It's probably companies like Tesla, like you said. It's X from X.AI and all that Twitter X data that they have. That's 500 million daily tweets that is proprietary to X. You have Google and all that content on YouTube and the search content that can use to train Gemini. I think that's where they all those end up stronger. And to answer your question, just how does this play out in terms of creation of value? There's these little levers that we're talking about. Where does licensing go, and how does that impact kind of down the downstream effects of that? But ultimately, I think that the biggest picture here is that this isn't going to change how fast AI is going to be developed. It may slow it by months, but not years. And effectively, I think we still are well positioned for what's going to be a massive bull market that's going to be driven by AI across tech in the next 3 to 5 years. And so this is a headline. This is worth talking about. This is important about fair use. Right. But it doesn't change what that end trajectory is, which that AI is going to live up and exceed all the expectations.
Yeah.